Yes,
Yeah.
doctor.
Perfect. I want to make it a full screen. Somehow, I don't know. Well, never mind. So thanks again. You know, this is the first time I have a presentation, have a meeting with all the wonderful ladies, all ladies. So yeah, you know, woman power. Yeah, especially there is a counselor Linda from a girls' school. I'm really, you know, I'm really happy to hear that. So as I think I mentioned already, I'm from Eastern Michigan University. So from the name of the university, you know, my university is located in the state of Michigan in the United States. And I was being introduced already, so I don't want to introduce myself anymore. Thank you. I have very short, like a flash video, just give you a little bit taste of EMU. Yeah, so as you can tell, my university, Eastern Michigan University, our color is green and white, just like what I have now. Yeah. As you can see from the map, here I put the state of Michigan in red circle, so helps you understand the location of state of Michigan. You can tell, like Michigan looks like a hand, okay? Like this part looks like a hand. So when you come to Michigan, when you ask people, where are you from? Oftentimes people give you their hand, say, hey, I'm from here, 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 here. So next time when somebody tells you, I'm from here, from the thumb, don't get surprised, because this is how Michigan people tell you where do they live. And also look at the whole map. You can tell the location of Michigan is very special. We have 5 lakes around us. So when you hear about the Great Lakes area, that's us. Because we are in the Great Lakes area, so we have the best freshwater resources in the whole state. Okay, and also we have 4 seasons. When you send your students to California, Florida, they have summer only. But if they come to Michigan, they can experience spring, summer, fall, winter. Every season is very pretty. So I really encourage your students to Eastern Michigan University to experience the beautiful 4 seasons. And Eastern Michigan University is an old historical university. We were founded in 1849, and currently we have about 22,000 students on campus, including 800 international students from 84 countries. We do have about 200 Indian students. They are China and Indian, you know, are the 2 top countries. They take turn to be #1. So right now we have more Indian students than Chinese students. It's about 200 Indian students. Well, this number is not that big. It's not that small. I think it's really a good number, but we don't mind to have more Indian students. Although we are a big, comprehensive public university, we use a small class size. So right now, our student to faculty ratio is 18:1, which would make every individual student get enough attention from their professors. So every professor actually remembers student's name, which is really great. Again, we are a pretty big size university. We have over 250 majors in 5 academic colleges. Here, I'm gonna introduce 5 of the colleges that we have. We have College of Business, College of Education, College of Engineering and Technology, College of Arts and Sciences, College of Health, Human Services. And you can tell I put all the accreditation logos next to each college. So you can tell each college has accreditation from its own field, which represents the reputation and the quality of our programs. I'm going to break it down a little bit. Here is our College of Business. We do have some Indian students study, business-related majors in our College of Business. College of Business, the best College of Business usually is AACSB accredited. This is very prestigious because only about 30% of College of Business in the US has this accreditation. So make sure if your students are interested in business majors, send them to a school with AACSB accreditation. So, well, of course, we have more majors than what I listed on the screen. However, those majors are most popular to international students. Any of these majors I put on the screen, they are very popular, and also the employment rate is very high after graduation, which means the graduates are easy to find a job. And then we have College of Education. I didn't mention in the beginning that EMU actually started as a teachers college, 170 years ago. We produce teachers. Even now, every one of 4 teachers in Michigan graduate from EMU. So when you talk about EMU teachers, it is very well known in the nation, in the country. We are the first university that provide a bachelor's degree in education. So now when we discuss the education history in the US, EMU is always one of the universities to be discussed. Yeah, so if you have students who are interested in becoming a teacher or work for schools, universities, you can always recommend the College of Education. We have a lot of programs in education field. Well, College of Engineering and Technology is the most popular college for Indian students. A lot of our Indian students in this college, because Indian students are really, really smart and they are great in technology, data sciences. They are just so smart. And also many of these majors in College of Engineering and Technology are STEM field. STEM, I think you guys know what does that mean, right? So students graduate from STEM field, they usually have about 3 years to stay in the US after graduation, so they can use this time to find the jobs or find internships, which is really great. I'm not going to go through every single major. Obviously, I don't have enough time, but if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I would say, for example, we have this major called simulation, animation, and gaming. This is a new field. A lot of younger generation like this major. And we have a pretty good ranking. We are ranked number 23 in the nation for this major. And we also have aviation management. This major, we have 2 directions. One is the management on the floor level, like the tower control. Another one is to train the pilot. However, right now, we can only train the pilots for American students. It's not open for international students yet, but maybe next year we may open it for international students. I mean, we want to open, but we have to get promotion, get the permission from Homeland Security. We already submitted the application, so we just wait for the approval. So by that time, if you have students who want to be pilots, you can send it to EMU. We have our own, airport, and then we have our own airplanes to train pilots. And the last major, information assurance or cyber defense, this major is also very, very good. And our College of Engineering and Technology was designated by Homeland Security to train engineers who are good in cybersecurity. So people, students already have job lined up before they even graduate.
Eva, can you tell me a bit more about interior design? Because we are the girls' school, so we have, girls interested in design and all. So could you help me with interior design?
Okay, yeah, we actually have a different design programs. We have graphic design, fashion design, interior design, and visual arts, related design. Interior design, we always have a very stable enrollment, and most students are from the US. We do not have a lot of international students, but we do have a few. Usually students, like what I know, students can find the jobs, but I don't have a lot of data for, I don't know what do you want to know about this? You want to know specifically about
like if I can see this is College of Engineering and Technology, so I believe students from science background, will you be like offering to this school? And also what about the SAT scores? Like how much is the score which is legible to apply to these courses?
Yeah, you're right. The major would really require students to have some mathematics background and statistics background, because they have to build some models for the interior design. So when we recruit students, admit students, we do look at their mathematics scores, but we do not require ACT or SAT for international students. We only require ACT or SAT for American students. So for international students, ACT, SAT is test optional. They are not required. But if you do have SAT or ACT, that would be very helpful to get admitted. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but for admission requirements, I am going to talk about more later. Okay, but if you are specifically interested in design related major, later I can send a link to you or to Unibrijj, and they can send it to you as well. Okay.
Sure, please do that. Yeah.
And then we have College of Arts and Sciences. This is our biggest college. There are over 150 majors in this college. You can almost find any area, any field in this college. So as you can see, from the anthropology, arts, if you are interested in arts, performance, vocal, music, instrument, you can learn from this college. And if you're interested in communication, mass communication, being a journalist, work for TV station, you can find your majors here. And data science is a big one, economics, and we also have very, very good environmental science, earth science. We even have fermentation science if students are interested in making food products, okay, and how to make a beer, they can go to our fermentation science. And we also have very good major called the music therapy. Music therapy in many countries, they're still.
Yeah, can you elaborate about this one? Music therapy? Yeah. Can you elaborate about this one, please?
Yes, music therapy is pretty new. Even in the US, probably is the most advanced subject here in the US. Basically, when you say music therapy, it is more focused on therapy, not music. Okay, so a lot of students, they don't understand. They thought, oh, they come here to learn music, but really, what do you learn? More like a therapist. Of course, you have to understand music. Usually, the student has to be able to play one instrument, either piano, cello, or whatever instrument. They have to be able to play one of this instrument, and then you will learn a lot of theories on like psychology, emotional, stability, and a lot of mental health related subject. Then they need to know, they will be trained how to make people mentally feel better after each music therapy session. They will be able to give each session to a patient, make them feel better, basically focused on mental health. Okay, and I am going to send more information to you as well if you're interested, especially art school. I think you have some students, they're interested in play music, but they never knew music actually can become a healing tools for a lot of patients. So maybe this is some area that you can, you can tell them you actually can do this. I'm going to send more materials. However, we do have.
Doctor, excuse me, does that include Indian instruments?
Sorry?
Does that include Indian instruments like the sitar or the tabla?
That's an interesting question. I went to China, had Chinese students ask me, does that include a Chinese instrument? Right now, I was talking to the professor from music therapy. They said that they mainly helps train students play piano, cello, and some
Guitar?
percussion type of music. But I don't think we have faculty. They are, they're equipped enough to figure out how to apply other like a music instrument from other cultures. But they said exactly because the music somehow they're very similar in some extent. So it is possible, but I think there is there's a space for exploring. So I am not sure. Like if you have students play Indian music, how they can fit this major. But this is definitely a good question. I am going to ask the professors from this department one more time, and if I get any answer, I can get it back to you. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, but that is a really great question. Yeah. Right. So we do need students to spend I forget how many hours, like at least 500 or 600 hours in a clinic to do the internship, to basically practice those therapy sessions. So students have to be placed in a hospital or clinic. Yeah. But if students come to here, study at EMU, we usually help students place, like where do they go to get their internship, their practice. Yeah, and of course eventually they will be licensed. They have to have a license to be a music therapist. And we also have good program in TESOL, you know, but I honestly, I don't really have any Indian students. I would not say I don't have any, but I don't have many Indian students in this program. But if some students are interested in teaching English as second language as their career, you can introduce them to this program. Our program is ranked number 10, so it's very, very professional, very good. Oh, okay, now I'm in College of Health and Human Services. As you can tell, recently, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the public health all of a sudden, you know, become a new focus. People don't pay a lot of attention before this pandemic to public health. And now we realize how important this is. So fortunately, Eastern has health administration, public health. All of a sudden, recently we received a lot of, you know, an increased number to apply for those majors. So just so you know, if your students who after this pandemic, they want to, you know, to pursue a career in public health, they want to help the society, help people on this earth, then we have those majors for them. Okay. One of the reasons our international students love EMU because the employment rate. So far, according to our statistics, 92% EMU graduates, actually I'm talking about international, they can find a job within 1 year after graduation, which is—
That's a great percentage, I would say.
Really very high percentage. And here, many of our international students, they work for Google, Deloitte, Blue Cross, you know, and also I forgot to mention that Eastern Michigan University is very close to Detroit. It's only 30 minutes away from Detroit. And Detroit, as all of you know, is very, very known for its car industry, right? So all the big car companies like GM, Chrysler, Ford, they are all located in Detroit, their headquarters. So every year we attracted, you know, thousands of people from all over the world to our wonderful art show. We also take our students, international students, to the art show for free. And so because of this, we need a lot of engineers. Every year we need more engineers, but we don't have enough engineers. So it is great for East Michigan University to be so close to Detroit because we have a lot of opportunities for students to get an internship to be employed after graduation. Okay. So, and also now, you guys probably heard that, oh, you know, Detroit, the economy in Detroit was not good for a while. Yes, that was true. Since 2008, the financial crisis, Detroit experienced a difficult time for a few years, but now Detroit is all coming back. And it is good time to recover and to have more engineers come in to rebuild the city. So there are great opportunities. In fact, in the next 3 years, Detroit is gonna create 4,000 job opportunities for not only international, I mean for people domestic or international from all over the world. So it's great. Of course, our international students work all over the country. Some of them go back to India. Some of them, you know, work in other countries, but many of them, they stay in the US. Personally, I know a lot of international students because I'm working for international. So I recruit some Indian students, and then I witness they are success academically, and then they go find a job. Some of them, you know, we become friends, they get married here, they just build family here, so which is great. If you guys, you know, sometimes if you wanted to have Indian students who already study in the EMU, and then talk to your potential students, let me know and I can do that, you know.
It'd be a great idea.
Right. And here, I'm not going to go through everything here, but this is just some of our points of pride. I can share this with Unibrijj, so they can share this with you as well. And the most exciting news, I guess, today is our in-state tuition. So for undergraduate only, obviously it really fits you well because two of you are high school counselors. So for your students come to EMU as a freshman, which means start from the first year of college, we have in-state tuition for undergraduate. In-state tuition, many people don't understand why it is so important, because international students come to US, they will pay more than the local students, maybe double, maybe triple. They're gonna pay a lot of money, okay? However, at Eastern, the undergraduate students will pay exactly the same amount as the local residents. So if a student takes 24 credits a year, which is the minimum requirement from the Homeland Security, from the government to be a F1 student, the tuition plus living expenses will be about 24,000 US dollars, which is very, very affordable. This is a new policy. We started this policy in 2018, September. So before that, every student every year needs to pay about 40,000 US dollars. So now we basically cut it half. Okay.
So, living expenses, the living is in the is like on campus, or how is?
Well, this living expenses actually we estimate. Remember this estimation. We usually give a higher number. The real expenses is actually, especially for Indian students, their real expenses always lower than this. Indian students are so smart. They work together. They help each other, so they always find ways to save some money.
Accommodation is on campus, or student have to arrange their own accommodation?
We have on-campus living, so we have dormitory, which means two students maybe you need to share the room. Yeah, you need to share the room, or we have dormitory that you don't have to share a room. You have your own room, but then you're gonna share a bathroom with another student, but then you don't share your room with a student. So that is dormitory. Then we have apartment. Apartment is like you are on your own. You have your own living room, kitchen, and bathroom, so you don't share anything with anyone. But of course, the price is a little bit higher. And then we have family room, because some of our international students, especially from Middle East, they usually take their family with them, like husband and wife or kids. So we also have family-like rooms. So it's just like a home. Then you can choose that as well. So it depends on the age of international students and the financial situation. They have different choices. And we have 7 or 8 different food court on campus. We sometimes have Indian food as well. So students can choose, depends on where do they live on campus, they can choose different food court to have their meals. However, Indian students, usually in the first year, they live on campus, but once they get used to the university, the environment, a lot of them like to live off campus which is very close to campus, walking distance, but then they would like to like rent a house together and several Indian students live together. That's their choice. Sometimes I don't encourage all the Indians live together. I want them to live with American students, get a little bit of the real taste of the US, but it's really personal choice. My point is, if students want to live on campus, they can live on campus with all the choices I just told you. And if they want to live off campus after the first year, they can choose live off campus, which may be a little bit cheaper. Yeah, so they have choices. And we have Indian restaurants around the campus, very close. We have probably, if you want to be closer, probably we have like 5 different Indian restaurants around us. But if you're willing to drive a little bit, then you will find more Indian restaurants. Okay. Anyways, we are a Indian students friendly university because we value our #1 population for international, that is Indian students. Okay. So again, let's go back to the in-state tuition. You don't say any other universities in Michigan or even in the US, very, very few universities can provide in-state tuition. Any universities you go, you probably spend more than this. Okay. Again.
Yeah, that's true. I have not even heard from any other university who is offering in-state tuition fee for international students.
Correct, right?
Yeah.
So when I first
Yeah.
time told the international students, they were like, "Are you kidding me? Is this real?" I said, "Yeah, yeah."
Yeah,
Well,
even I was amazed to see that. And Eva, the cost that you had mentioned in the last slide, 24,000 USD, was that including on-campus living charges, or it was not including that?
yes, it includes. Well, again, this is estimation number. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it depends on if you want to choose dormitory or apartment or a home. Yeah, but this including almost all the tuition and all the living expenses, like at the average level.
Fine.
Yeah, if you want to live like a luxury, then then it's different. But a lot
Definitely.
of Indian students actually they spend less than this. However, this excuse me, estimation number, but the next slides I show you, those numbers are fixed numbers, no change. What is this? This is called a forward scholarship. Only for high school graduates who come to EMU study 4 years, bachelor's degree, okay? So we have this forward scholarship, which means here, if you can see my my screen. For the first year and the second year, the students will pay $13,000 US and $10,500 in total, which is tuition plus the room and board, which means food and accommodation, room and food, okay? So if you pay this number for the first year, the second year, and then when you go to the third year and the fourth year, you can say the tuition is 0. It's free.
So scholarship, right?
Sorry?
Yes.
It's a
Hello?
scholarship.
Yes.
So like
What is
on
the
what
criteria?
give this scholarship? Yeah, what is the criteria for this?
I don't get it. Can you say that?
I
Can
mean,
you,
like, is it need based or merit based? How is it? The scholarship or
quality?
every child gets the scholarship.
Oh, you mean how do they get the scholarship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Any students just graduated from high school, apply for EMU as a freshman, their GPA is 2.75, they can choose the scholarship. They get it. As long as their GPA is 2.75, they can get it. However, this scholarship is optional.
What GPA? Eva, can you come again for
2.75.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not hard. A lot of students can have that, right? However, I'm going to tell you, this scholarship is optional, okay? It's not, some students don't want it. Why? Because it requires, you can say, it requires students to live on campus every semester, every year. So you have to, every year you have to pay this money, this number of the money are the amount you need to pay, okay? No negotiation, because it's already very affordable. If you can just do a calculation. For 4 years for a bachelor's degree, I think you only need about $70,000. For some universities, $70,000 is only for 1 year or 1.5 years. But here, if you calculate the first year, second year, and third year and fourth year, you only pay the room and the board, right? You don't need to pay tuition. So it's very, very affordable. But the only requirement is your GPA needs to be 2.75, and you have to live on campus for 4 years. If a student live on campus for the first 2 years, but then they move out for the third year, then you don't get this scholarship. Then for the third year, if you move out, you have to pay the tuition. So is that clear to you now?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the students have to live on campus. Yeah, why we have this policy? Because the policy was set up for domestic students only before 2019. Because we have a lot of domestic students, they can't finish their college in 4 years. They're so distracted. They don't live on campus. They have no engagement with their professors. We don't know what they're doing. So we try to encourage students to finish their college in 4 years. That's why this is called a forward scholarship. However, since 2019, I feel like this could be a good scholarship for international students as well. So I actually asked my president to make it available for international students. Although some internationals don't like to live on campus for all the 4 years, they like to live with their relatives, family members, some of them do. But a lot of international students, they do live on campus for 4 years. If that's the case, why not take the advantage? Yeah, and we do want international students to live on campus because our American students, they don't have enough awareness and knowledge about other cultures. So we want international students to live on campus to influence American students, for more cultural understanding. That is our goal. One of our goals is diversity. So we want more diversity on campus. That's why we have this forward scholarship. So again, it is very good for high school graduates apply as a freshman. So you can tell students the third and the fourth year free. Okay, the tuition is free. You only need to pay room and board. But the room you have no choice. You can only, if you wanted the forward scholarship, the room is dormitory. 2 people share 1 room. Okay, 2 people share 1 room. So you kind of, you have a less privacy, but for some kids, they're okay with that. Okay. Do you think, is this gonna be attractive to some Indian high school students, high school graduates?
It would be.
Yeah,
In the,
it would be, yes.
yeah. Okay. Well, here in-state tuition only applies for undergraduate students, not for graduate students. So for graduate students, they still need to pay international student fee. Well, today we don't have a lot of. Probably you will not have a lot of students for graduate school, so I'm not going to talk a lot about this. But just remember, if you do have students who want to come to EMU for graduate, for master level, we have scholarships for them. We don't have in-state tuition, but we have scholarships. Okay. If you have more questions about the graduate scholarships, you can contact me. But I'm not going to talk about this today because we're high school counselors here. Yeah. Oh, we do have Dr. Singh works for the university though, huh?
Sorry?
Oh, Dr. Singh is here. Dr. Singh.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's also associated with the same school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there is no university here today. They're all you guys are all high schools, right?
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, then let's forget about the graduate one. Okay. So I think Linda or Looper.
I think you can leave this, right, Dr. Kshitija and Miss Linda?
This?
Yeah. Speak for this thing. The
Yeah,
graduate,
because we have only
you mean
10 to, yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean graduate. Because we have
right.
only, I think, 12 minutes for the meeting left now.
Yeah.
well, I will be finished actually pretty soon. It's almost done. So if your students wanted to apply for EMU here, the minimum GPA is 2.5. Okay, so you have to have a 2.5. However, some students, some majors maybe require 2.75. It depends, but I would say if they have 2.5, is very safe. Mostly they will be admitted. And we do not require ACT or SAT. But they're helpful. If they have the ACT score or SAT score, helpful. Yeah.
So not even to engineering and all? You don't require SAT to engineering and all also?
No, for undergraduate, we do not require ACT or SAT at all. We do not require that. It's now a lot of universities don't require. We call it test optional. So it is your option to give me your ACT or SAT, but it's not required for international students. We do require it for American students, but for international students, we don't require that because a lot of international students they can't even take this test in their country. Yeah.
Doctor, what percentage are you looking at? What are the percentages?
Percentages.
How much should the
grade 12,
student get for grade 12?
For SAT?
She said 0.75 GPA, Linda.
Yes.
Okay.
2.5 GPA. High school
Minimum
GPA.
2.5 GPA.
Right. Okay.
But of course, when you give me the transcript, the high school transcript, we will calculate the GPA, which may be not as same as the way you calculate, because we calculate, in our standard. So maybe a little bit different, but most students don't have any problem unless the students is really underperformance. Here is our English requirement. For undergraduate, we need a TOEFL 61, which is not difficult. Or if you don't want to take TOEFL, you can take IELTS, which is 6 point. Okay, 6 point. We also accept MELAB and the PTE, but I never seen any Indian student take those tests, so you
No,
can ignore it.
we
Yeah.
usually our girls take IELTS
IELTS.
only.
IELTS, yeah, Indian students usually take a TOEFL or IELTS. Yeah, so TOEFL 61, IELTS 6 point. I think no problem, shouldn't be problem for your students, right? So if you, we actually have 3 semesters. We have full semester from September to December. We have winter semester from January to April. We do have a summer semester from May to August, but I don't want to put the summer semester here because international students come to US. If summer students is their first semester, they have to take it. They have to, take at least 12 credits to meet up the F1 student visa requirement. In summer, sometimes we don't have enough classes for students to choose because a lot of our professors are on vacation. So international students, I suggest them to come start from the fall semester or winter semester. So they will be able to take at least 12 credits. This is the deadline. So make sure you submit application before the deadline. Well, I think you guys gonna work with Unibrijj and they're gonna help you with the application. I'm not sure, but just remember, submit application as early as possible, because after May, university is very, very busy. It's a peak time. It may wait for a longer time if you don't submit early. So I usually ask students to submit an application like in January or February. That would be, a lot easier. And I receive a lot of questions about COVID-19, like, oh, can you waive English? Can you waive this? Can you waive that? No, we can't. We can't waive English because of pandemic. But so we still accept TOEFL and IELTS. And now TOEFL, I think TOEFL has at-home test in your country now. So students can take TOEFL at-home test as well. However, we do accept Duolingo. You guys know Duolingo? Yeah.
Oh,
So,
we know Duolingo, but we don't use it. It's not much prevalent in India.
okay.
IELTS is online, and we usually in my school, what we do is we try to, the girls should take IELTS in mostly in grade 11, so that they don't have a last moment exam giving thing in grade 12 or while they are doing their applications. So we just mostly advise our students to do their IELTS, SATs and all in grade 11 itself,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
that we have scores ready in our hand while we are doing their application.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Just make sure you can even apply first without English, but we just can't process. We have to have all the documents complete together, then we can start review. Before we have all the documents, we can't start reviewing your application. Yeah, I mean, I can accept your application. I can build up the file for the student in my system, but I can't review. I can't give the decision until I receive everything. Okay, so we accept the Duolingo, but only for fall semester, only for this coming fall semester. After that, depends on the pandemic situation. If it's over, then we don't accept the Duolingo anymore. So this is only for now. Yeah.
Okay.
And usually we require official transcript from high school counselors like you guys. If you help a student apply, you send the transcript from your email address, then I don't need the mail one. I don't need the hard copy. I can accept
Hard
the
copy,
email.
yeah.
Yeah, we actually want a counselor to send their transcript. So we can look at official. We can say, oh, that's official. But right now, I don't know. Some students said, oh, my counselor is not working. They can't get my transcript, but they have a unofficial copy. That's student copy. We accept the unofficial copy only for right now because of the pandemic. But if a student gave me an unofficial transcript from his own email address, that's fine. Right now, I can make decision, but later they have to give me an official transcript. Yeah. But if the student says, okay, Linda, my counselor Linda is going to give me my transcript, that would be perfect because that will be official. Yeah.
We usually follow that process. We send our transcripts to all the colleges on our own.
You mean you send the transcript or students send the transcript?
No, I send the transcripts so that transcripts are sent by the college counselors.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
we don't give transcript to students. Students can put up their marks and everything, and even if they have to upload on a portal, I will be doing that. We don't give them the transcripts at all.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Anything from the high school counselor would be official. So,
and Eva, like in terms of predicted, because the result comes quite late in May generally. This year, I don't know when they are going to come because we are still stuck in middle to complete the examinations. So what are you looking at? Are you consider the predicted marks?
What do I look at?
Yeah, what will are you going to consider predicted scores for students? Those who are going to apply because the results are not there. So do you need predicted scores as well?
Need a what score?
Predicted scores.
No. I don't need predicted scores. Any predicted scores is not the real scores. So
okay.
Yeah.
But this year they haven't been able to complete the exams, doctor.
Oh, that's okay. I don't. We don't need. When students apply, as long as they give me 6 semesters transcript, I can make a decision. So they don't have to give me all the 8 semester transcript. Well, by the way, how many years high school in India? Is it 3 years or 4 years?
No. We have high school as in we have a grade system. So grade 9, 10, 11, 12. Probably 4 years, yeah.
That's perfect. That's 4 years. So when students apply as a freshman, I only need a 6 semesters transcript to make decision. So if you send the transcript from 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, I can make decision based on this 6 semesters. So you don't need to send me the 12th grade until. So what do? You send me the first 6 or even 7 semester transcript. We can admit the student. And then when students complete the high school, they're already admitted. Then when they come to my university, they can bring the last semester transcript to us. But that last semester will not affect their admission decision because it's already admitted. Unless I say I like sharp drop, okay, from 2.9 all of a sudden to 2 point, which is never happened. Yeah. So remember, So remember,
so what about letter of references? Letter of references?
I don't know. You are cut off. I can't. It's like I can't hear everything.
Letter of references.
Reference letters from teachers or principals.
Okay, reference. No. For high school, for undergraduates, our application is really easy. You don't need any reference letters. Okay. Only for graduate students. Yeah, for graduate students, we need a reference letter. For undergraduate students, we only need at least a 6-semester transcript. But students need to give me the last 2 semester transcript when they arrive EMU. And then TOEFL or IELTS meet the English requirement. And that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't really need anything else, but of course you will. But of course you will have to give me the passport. You will have to give me the financial documents from the bank. Show me that you have enough money to cover at least a year. Okay. So
can students apply through Common App?
Yeah, we have Common App. You can go to online. There are Common App, and or you can go to online. I don't know. Is a Unibrijj gonna help this students to apply or not? But I can send you the online application link. You can just go.
No, Eva, we don't help students to apply. We just leave it on the school counselor. Whatever they have to guide the students, they can do.
Okay, in that case, I can. How about you can give me the email for each counselor? I can send everything I said today to them, tell them how to help students apply. I send them the application link, and I can also give the application fee waiver code, because we usually students need to pay like $45 for for application fee. But for your students from all these counselors today, I'm going to give you a code. When you do the online application, you use that code. So the $45 will be waived. You don't have to pay.
Okay.
Okay, so after this
So
meeting,
I
I'll discuss that with the counselors, and if they will say yes for that, then I'll let you know. Yeah, right, Eva?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's about an hour now. I finished my presentation, but of course I know during the application there are a lot of questions you guys need to ask. So I will send you more details on the application side, and I can send you more useful documents. So this is the first time you know EMU, but I will send you more documents to help you to understand better about EMU, okay?
Yeah. So, Eva, one last question. Are you the state university or like the public university or the private?
We are a public university. We are a state university. We are a public comprehensive university and a non-profit. Yeah, so we are a university known by everyone in the US. Yeah, we are accredited.
Okay.
We are public.
Okay.
Yeah. So our funding is from the local government and from the federal government. Okay. That's a good question. And here is a short video, maybe very quick, it's like maybe 2 minutes. Say my university is very pretty.
It is.
Yeah, it is. And if you would see Hopetown Girls School's photographs, you would fall in love with that.
Yeah, we have very beautiful campus, over 800 acres.
So Eva, which are the best selling courses at your place? Like, every university, every institution is known for something or the other. So if I ask you that, what is it which is called the best selling, or something which is best, which has a best placement ratio or something like that? What would be that?
Sorry, I didn't hear you at all. I was playing the music.
Okay.
What
I was
your
asking
question
you,
is really
like,
long.
I said that what would be your best-selling course, or maybe the course which has got the best placement ratio? So what would be like? Every
The best,
university is known for certain courses. Not all are,
yeah,
at par, or is it like MU is all at par? So
yeah. I mean, it's very hard to answer this question, but for College of Business, if you sell accounting, finance, human resource management, supply chain management, so all those programs, the placement is very, very high. Okay, the employment rate is very, very high. And for engineering, any major in the College of Engineering Technology are very, very high, like mechanical engineering, electronical engineering, computer engineering, as I said, the data science, computer science, those are all good programs to sell. Okay, so it really depends. I think I don't tell students which program is the best because there is no best. I always ask the students, what do you want? What is your dream? What is your career goal? Do you want to come back to build up India, your community, or you want to explore the world? You want to work in the US for a few years first, all of this will affect your counseling, your advisor to the individual students. For example, when I was an international student before, I wasn't born in the US. So when I came to US, I wanted to, my major was education. And everybody says, oh my God, why you choose education? You cannot find a job because you are supposed to choose engineering or business. I was like, no, I am only interested in education. I like to work with students. I like to work with people from universities and high schools. Then I was the only student in College of Education. Everybody international is in engineering and business, economics. So people thought, oh, you can't find a job. But actually, I had job offers before I even graduated, So it's really hard to say which one is the best, but engineering related courses are always almost guaranteed the job because we need engineers badly. Yeah. So I guess I'm going to send you a link with all the majors over 250 majors. You click in it, then you can see each major's details. Then you can talk to students, tell them those are the courses you are going to take. Are you interested? So something like that, maybe that will help you to give a better advice. Okay.
Doctor, may I ask you just one question?
Yeah.
On interior design? Do the children require maths in grade 10 or 12? Is it essential that they do maths in grade 12, or can they drop it in grade 10?
No, now I can't really give you a. We don't really look at the individual scores. We look at the overall. So you have to give me the transcript. I have to look at the whole transcript to make the decision. But math, according to the US standard, you probably, I don't know, what do you use in India, like 100? What is your grading system? Is like 100,
we
right?
use percentage. We use percentages.
Percentage.
No, she is asking, see what happens is, in the beginning you said interior design for you is in engineering engineering, right?
Yeah.
But you have
So for
fashion
that,
also in that.
is a mathematics compulsory for a student to take it throughout the high school?
No, yes, they will have. I am pretty sure every high school students have mathematics, right? Even, but I never seen any students don't have a math classes from high school. Your students have math, right?
Up to grade 10, but they
No,
can
we
drop
have
it
an
after
optional.
that.
Up till grade 10, we have mathematics compulsory, and they can drop in grade 11.
That's good enough because they come here. They come here as a freshman. We have compulsory mathematics for them, but it's our general credits, our general education. So any students come here the first 2 years, they are on general education. And but in general education, they have to learn math, chemistry, physics, those
Yeah.
type of general courses. So we don't really care about how much math classes they took in high school, but usually you have to have like 1 or 2 maths, but it doesn't really make a big difference.
Okay.
And do you have any internship with some big?
Huh?
Sorry, do you have any internship with a, say, a fashion company, maybe during the last year or something like that,
Oh
for
yeah.
interior design or fashion? You do?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is almost required. Yeah. So we do. We help, we help students find different companies to place them into the company, but they need to go through an interview.
Right.
But we will tell them, we will train them how to do the interview. Usually every student gets the placement because they have to. Yeah, we
Okay.
have to be responsible for their placement. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. It is very well designed. We don't we don't really want to say students unsuccessful, but I mean every year you have 1 or 2 students drop out for some reasons. That's why we don't want students to drop out because of financial reasons. So make sure, if we go back, I mean, make sure students have to give me enough bank statement shows a number. Actually, this year the number for undergraduate is 24993. So it's like $25,000. You have to show me a bank statement shows that at least 25,000 US dollars before being admitted. Because we had, if the students gonna drop out because of academic performance, we can help them. We can have tutor, we can have a professor one-on-one to help them. But if they drop out because of financial reason, we can't help because we can't help each student. I may find her, he or her a job. Like in my office, I hired about 8 international students and 3 Indians. They work 20 hours for me a week. They can make a few $100s, so which is great. But we really can't help everyone. So financially, they have to be responsible for themselves. And also remember, do not tell me, oh, you admit me first, then I will use the admission letter, go to the bank to get a loan. We don't want that. We don't want students have to go to the bank to get a loan in order to study at EMU, because we worry about they come here, they're gonna have to drop out after the first year because they're not financially sufficient. So just remember, yeah, you need to show me the financial statement. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. And that's it. I think I need to send you more documents and how to apply, and also the link to the to each major and the link to application. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, if your advisor, when you apply for a student, basically you let the student themselves to apply, right? You can't do everything for the students, right? You shouldn't do everything for students, because we want the students to apply, because we are going to contact the student directly. The advisor, counselor
They
only give
apply
us,
on their own. No, we don't do everything for our students. They
right,
apply on their own. They write their own essays and everything. They do everything on their own. It is just that
right.
we don't hand over any official documents to them. So all the documentation is done by the counselor's office. So
Okay, that's good. Because yeah,
rest
you're
all
right.
applications are done under the supervision by us, but we don't apply for them. We don't do their
Right,
applications.
right. Because some majors we do require a short essay, so we want the student to write their own essay. Counselors can help,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they can't do everything
Students
for
write
them.
their own essays and everything. That is not done by us.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
I have a question over here to all of you. Do you think that after this, or maybe for the other session, like if Eastern Michigan would be having a session with other school, or Hope Town Girls School would be having another session with some other university, do you want some other topics to be covered in this kind of session, like helping in essay writing, like helping students in writing the
Um,
essays?
No, Asha,
Yeah.
the section was perfect. We just require these information only so that we can
Okay.
help our students to do the applications.
Okay.
Usually, like Linda and I, we both know that what kind of essays, what all is required. So
Mm-hmm.
it was just it's better to clear with the admission people that if there is any
Okay.
other kind of a requirement or something. So otherwise, no, we don't want any other topics to be included. This presentation was also perfect. So that's okay.
That's great.
I agree with you. I mean, how to write an essay would be another totally separate, it's almost like a course, and it's also
Yeah.
very program specific. You have to depend on what the program. I think that should not be introduced in a general admission session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other suggestions for the next session that we will be having, maybe with other university or with other school? Any suggestions from your side?
Not as of now. If something comes to my mind, we'll discuss.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, ma'am.
not for now, but thank you so much, all of you, for your time. I know it's already, you're supposed to, maybe you're supposed to be in bed now.
No,
Yeah,
no, 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 no.
No, it's
yeah,
We are
not that
supposed to
late,
be in
but
the kitchen now.
yeah,
yeah.
actually
You
these
have
days
to spend time with the
the most
information.
hitting challenge is to cook, to clean utensils, to do the brooming and wiping. We have to do each and everything on a note.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So
No
are
house help
are
coming
you
in,
all
so we are just multitasking.
are you
Yeah.
all working from home now? Everyone is working from
Yeah.
home. Okay.
No,
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know when do
I'm,
you gonna open
Linda
up
reside.
again?
Linda
I'm
is
in
in school
school.
itself. She's in my office at the moment, and
Oh,
because she resides in school itself. She's on campus,
oh.
personal at the school.
Wow. Shall we all give her a big applause so that, she would be motivated? Great.
Thank you.
That's a
Great
wonderful
job.
job,
Thank
actually.
you.
Yes.
But it's such
Well,
a beautiful campus that I don't miss anything.
yeah.
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 Even
Yeah.
I would
Good.
love to be there.
Yeah. We would love to
You're
when
most
this
welcome, Akshay.
yeah, when this
Most
pandemic is
welcome.
over, we can invite high school counselors, come to visit our campus, live on our campus dormitory, so you guys can experience the university first. So then you
Right.
know, you go back and you know how to talk to students. We
Oh,
have
don't
that.
ask. I because of this pandemic, I missed the trip to US to the universities. I was supposed to visit about 10, 15 universities in US, and because of this thing, all went off.
Oh
So
no.
I
Nobody's
don't know
will get
when is
another
it going
chance
to
after a
happen.
few months.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I
Now it seems long way to go.
yeah, I hope it's over. So you guys can go, come to US now. It's beautiful.
My tour was ending at Detroit only. We were
Oh,
supposed to fly off from Detroit.
Well, ladies, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having me. Thank you.
Thank you, Eva.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you, Afsar.
Thank you, doctor.
So much
thank
for
you
this.
so much,
Thank you,
everyone.
ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye,
I
Noor.
enjoyed a lot,
Okay,
a
bye.
lot
Good
of
night.
great questions. Okay, have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Talk later.
You
Bye.
You
too.
too have a good day.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Okay, bye
Thank you,
bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thanks a lot,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Thank you so much, Linda.
Welcome.
Thanks a lot. You know, I paused my
Welcome.
video in between just to break my fast, just
I
to
know,
have
I could
something.
understand. I could understand. Ramadan
Okay,
Mubarak and Ramadan Kareem also.
thank you, and same to you.
आपको
Thank
भी.
you
Good
so
night.
much for your time.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.